So there are some signs of positive momentum for Dogecoin and other cryptos. And in this video, I'm going to talk about when this crypto crash is going to be over. So we know that this recent sell-off for cryptos wreaked havoc on the overall crypto market. And things got really ugly as there were a lot of liquidations during the last couple of days. And we can see here that there is still an extreme fear sentiment in the market. And the crypto fear and greed index has now dropped to 11 points only. And apparently, it looks like things are going to get worse for Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and the overall crypto market. But the thing is that after every market crash, the crypto market rebounds within some days. And this time as well, we are going to see some positive recovery in the market. In fact, we can see that at the time of recording this video, cryptos like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and Cardano have turned green, and they are showing some signs of recovery. And now I'm going to discuss when we can expect the market to completely rebound from this crash. So first of all, we know that what has caused all of this downward pressure is that there is the Russian crypto ban news, the new variant, the jobless report, and some other things. And I also discussed in my previous video how market manipulators have used these updates to create this fake crash. And the point is that this fake crash can get over any time around the 28th to 30th of January. This is because on the 26th of January, there are some important things going to happen. We can see here that there will be a FONC statement, and then we have the Federal Chair Conference on the same date. So it appears that the crypto market may not see any major recovery until these two major updates happen. And the key thing to remember right here is that if we get some positive news from the Federal Chair, then we will be seeing the broader markets reverse. And the crypto market will also start to recover. And we can see here that market analysts are expecting the broader markets to remain on edge as the Fed meets at the end of the week. So as I said before, we have this big federal meeting with Jeremy Powell on the 26th of this month. And we are going to see that a lot of the markets are going to be on edge. And we are also seeing that earnings are in full swing right now with about half of the Dow Jones 30 stocks reporting. And reports are expected from the biggest market stocks like Apple and Microsoft. So hopefully, we will see that Microsoft and Apple will start to have some positive earnings. And once it happens, it will also help to push up the broader markets, including the crypto market. And as far as the Fed meeting is concerned, it is a big event for broader markets. And as I said, chances are that we will see some positive news for crypto and traditional markets. However, even if we see some positive news, it doesn't mean that cryptos like Doge and Bitcoin will surge massively. They will move up, but that will be a steady movement, and they will shed off some of their recent losses. And we can also expect the market to move sideways after it. But the good thing will be that the market will have rebounded from the crash. All in all, I really expect that we will see some positive movement for Doge, Bitcoin, and others after 28th or 30th January. And another important piece of data that I want to highlight here is that the correlation between Bitcoin and tech stocks is now looking very high. And as a result of this high correlation, it is now becoming a common occurrence that every time the stocks fall, Bitcoin also crashes. And we know that cryptos and stocks have fallen together since the start of the year, responding to investor worries about how a series of expected Federal Reserve interest rate increases will ripple through markets. Moreover, it has been observed that the widespread adoption of cryptos among investors may have made them more sensitive to sell-offs in stocks. And this is why the crypto market crashed this week. And some analysts suggest that sell-offs among popular tech stocks could prompt investors to liquidate positions in their crypto holdings. This is because they want to limit overall losses and meet margin calls, demands from brokers to post cash to cover possible losses on trades made with borrowed money. So this is one of the reasons why the crypto market crashed. But as I stated before, tech stocks like Apple and Microsoft are looking to gain during next week. And thanks to its high correlation with these stocks, the crypto market will also gain some momentum. And now I have some good news and positive data for Bitcoin, Doge, and others. But I'll come to it later. Let's first see Bitcoin's current price movements. So at the time of recording this video, Bitcoin is trading just above the $35,000 price level. And although it has gained a bit after it fell around 33 and 34K, Bitcoin has broken down below the key support level of 41K, and this is not a good thing for it. And due to this, Bitcoin can again show some downward movement in the coming days. However, as I have said, Hopefully, we can get a reversal the next week after the Fed chair meeting on the 26th of January. And now let's come to Dogecoin for a minute. So after falling down around 12 cents, we can see here that Dogecoin has shown a slight recovery in the last 24 hours. And at the time of recording this video, Doge is trading in the green, and it is moving around the 13 and 14 cents price range. And although this is not a major surge, it is still showing us that Dogecoin has the potential to survive through major market sell-offs, and then move up in the following days. So now we have to wait until the upcoming Fed meeting, and if we get some positive updates, then Doge can surge and recover its losses. And now, as promised, let's see some important and bullish data for Bitcoin. And it is also important for other cryptos, especially Dogecoin. So famous crypto analyst Matthew Hyland is saying that he discussed this sell-off scenario for Bitcoin a month ago. And back then, he thought that it was not likely, but it has now happened. And he believes that the lengthening cycles of Bitcoin look solid as long as Bitcoin eventually recovers and doesn't see a prolonged price decline and a bear market. So what he is saying here is that he came across this chart for Bitcoin and observed that Bitcoin can go down and hit the bottom around the $35,000 range. And now as it has happened, Matthew Hyland is saying that Bitcoin has hit the bottom, and he is now anticipating that Bitcoin will soon have an impulse to the upside. So this is a major update for Bitcoin, and if things play out like what Matthew Hyland is predicting, then we may soon see Bitcoin and the broader market move up. And now let's come to this old tweet from crypto analyst Yuri, and I have talked about it before in one of my videos. And the point of sharing this tweet again is that he stated that Bitcoin is looking bullish, but he also predicted that Bitcoin could see a massive crash. And we have now seen this crash, so I guess Yuri was right. And we can see here that he also mentioned that the overall outlook for Bitcoin is bullish, and he is expecting Bitcoin to blow off to the top in the first or the second quarter of 2022. And another very bullish thing for Bitcoin is that a lot of whales are still gobbling up Bitcoin amid this recent sell-off. And according to data from Santiment, whale addresses holding between 1,000 and 10,000 Bitcoin have snapped up 40,000 additional Bitcoin over the last 2 days. So as non-exchange Bitcoin supplies have surged at all-time highs, we are now seeing that a lot of whales are still buying Bitcoin. And we are still seeing a lot of a liquid supply. And the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges is so low compared to where it was in the past. So I think that this is just a temporary thing. And once the Federal Reserve Chair comes out after the upcoming meeting, we will be seeing some positive things. And the markets will start to make some moves. And as I said, we will be seeing the crypto market going to turn around to have a recovery. And now let's come to Shiba Inu for a minute. So we are now seeing that the number of Shiba Inu holders has hit new highs despite the recent sell-off for SHIB. And as reported by Whale Stats, the number of Shiba Inu holders has now reached a whopping 1.15 million level, hitting new record highs. So this recent increment suggests a growing community of Shiba Inu. And it is a healthy sign, especially when Shiba Inu has just faced a severe crash. And although the growth in the number of holders might not necessarily impact the price of SHIB in the near term, it is positive for it over the long term. And another positive thing for Shiba Inu is that there are now growing chances that Robinhood may list it on the trading platform. This is because just recently, Aparna Chennapragada, Chief Product Officer at Robinhood, said that the company really appreciates the Shiba Inu community, and it does not take its energy for granted. And although she didn't comment on whether or not Robinhood is intending to list Shiba Inu, I think she just gave us some hints. Moreover, we also know that just last week, Robinhood Chief Financial Officer Jason Warnick said that the company would keep its options open regarding the listing of more cryptos. So if we connect the dots, I think that Robinhood may list SHIB this year. And if we come back to Dogecoin, we can see here that its price correlation with Bitcoin is still pretty high. And since we know that Bitcoin may move up in the near future, I think Doge will do the same. Moreover, we should keep an eye on the upcoming Fed meeting.